It is today an $80 billion innovation. They spend not even $1 billion of that in producing it, but they earn till date $80 billion on that particular investment. What a creativity! I mean, how can you imagine that you could actually walk and listen to music? That's the reason they call it Walkman. And this particular product was the first of its kind in the entire audio equipment range. Today Discman has come, which is an innovation over the Walkman. However, Walkman till now stands as one of the finest of investments in, I would say, innovations and creative things in the world. The second is, see, we're talking about a product innovation. This is a product innovation. Now we look at a process innovation. Not a process exactly, logistics. Nirma experience. Nirma Kharsanbhai Patel, the founder of Nirma. Typically his market was focused only into Maharashtra, a specific area of Maharashtra. Gujarat. And no, he extended his area to Maharashtra, but he was looking at a market in the south. South, specifically he had a market in Coimbatore and Chennai area. But the problem was that he was unable to handle the transportation cost because it is a small company, its range is very small, the product cost is also comparatively low priced in comparison to the remaining. Now, how would he do it? What he did was he tied up with synthetic water tanks. Now, these companies from Pune, from Gujarat, these things go empty from there to South India. So he said, I will share 2% of their cost. Initially, over the period of time, he almost shared 20% of their cost. He said, what we do is, we will dump this into your water tanks. You transport there, from there my agent will come and collect these. So what happens? Even for the water tank seller, it is a benefit because 2% ho, 20% ho, part of the cost is being taken over by somebody else, right or not? So it is a very good innovation. So he got his problem solved of transportation. Later, at a later point of time, he became rich enough to take care of his own transportation. But initially, this was a fantastic innovation which he came up with. I mean, this is again an innovative experience. Then the Ford, Henry Ford.
Color of the surf also.
It's different.
Yellow color.
It is yellow color.
Blue color plus surface.
Surf. Yes, exactly. I mean, there are many products, sir. Some products become so synonymous with the name itself. For example, even Walkman is an example. Dalda, yes. Vanaspati. Actually, the product name is Vanaspati. Vanaspati. But you actually totally say Dalda because the first company, first brand which we actually commercialize is Dalda. Xerox. Exactly. There are so many products like that. So again, once again, I still remember in my childhood, we used to go to shops to purchase soft drinks. The villagers used to ask for black gold spot, white gold spot and gold spot. There is a name, Thumbs Up and Limca, but they didn't know. It's gold spot. But gold spot has become so synonymous. But today gold spot product itself is not. Okay. Now the Ford Expedition. Today whatever car manufacturing units you see is all because of this one gentleman called Henry Ford. Once upon a time, it used to be like this. Cars used to be manufactured like this. Different parts come. Okay, they are put at one place. All the different workers go and assemble that car, and the car comes out of the company. Now this used to consume an enormous amount of time. He created a moving assembly line. That is, people don't move. The car itself moves. It goes through various phases, one phase, second phase, third phase. People will be where they are. So no wastage of time. Everything is mechanized. He created this process. Today it is followed in almost across the world. The entire car manufacturing units, that particular process is followed. That's again an innovation.
Many manufacturing like that.
Yes.
Many manufacturing units are
Yes, exactly. That also, right? Even not only cars, but all other manufacturing units also form. Then, see, point is, these three, one is talking about the logistics, one is talking about the process, one is talking about one other thing. Star TV. Siddhartha Basu is one film master who has his own company. And he basically has conducted so many programs. But when he came up with this idea based on another program, How to Be a Millionaire, he came up with a program called Kaun Banega Crorepati. One very, very common local employee suggested, see, wherever creativity can come from, that why don't we pull in a person like Amitabh Bachchan into the hosting of the show? An idea which was offhandedly given by a person who probably the company doesn't even remember the name. But that particular idea changed the entire Basu Creations what do you call that? The entire. Even Amitabh Bachchan was in a very, very bad time financially at that particular point of time. It revived his entire career. Financially as well as, in terms of brand wise. Exactly. So, at the same time, this I think I told you in the morning itself, 3 a.m., Minnesota Mining Company. This company almost earns last 4 years over $4 billion just on innovation. Every year, the amount of innovation it does fetches it more than $4 million for each product. I mean, this signifies the importance of innovation into an organization. And if you are looking at pushing your organization into the next millennium, then innovation is a necessary part as much as pay structure or as much as vision, mission, all these are. And one thing I observed when I was going through PKL's mission and value system is one statement which was very, very, catching to the attention because we were talking about innovation. It is written in the values that we encourage experimentation. I think that's the beginning, because if you can inculcate into the culture of the organization itself as such, the nature of experimentation, automatically you are creating an environment for creativity. That is one particular, because many organizations don't dare to put such kind of a statement in their value for the reason, because once you put it on paper, you are committed to the particular task. And you have to develop your process in such a way that particular task is encouraged. So that I think that you have already done the primary step of to committing to that particular cause. Now all you have to do is you have to build up and keep on building it up as long as the organization survives. Okay, yeah. Now if there was no innovation, all these concepts wouldn't have come into existence at all. All these are innovative concepts. Whether it is Six Sigma, total quality management, zero defect policy, whatever it is, lean management, all these are innovative concepts of doing the same work in a different fashion. Value chain analysis, they're all entirely concepts which have revolutionized the organization process at various stages. Whether it's marketing, whether it's production, whether it is quality assurance. Charles Lamb is the innovator for Polaroid land camera. Polaroid camera, right? You click instant photo. You know how this idea came? His daughter asked him, small daughter, 6-year-old daughter asked him, "You're making a photo, why am I not able to see it immediately?" It is a dumb question. Because as intelligent people, we know that a camera has to shoot, then negative has to be taken, and it has to be developed, and only then you can see the photograph. So in all technical purposes, it's a dumb question. But the dumb question resulted in a product which you can get immediately. So if all your employees sit in a meeting and are not afraid to ask dumb questions or any kind of question, that means that organization has enough scope for creativity. If you are not able to ask, then the organization has to work on this particular aspect. Because in an organization which is creative, people are not afraid to share their views. People are not afraid to, they don't back out in telling what is there in their mind. Yes, and employees, one important thing, you can't foster creativity until you motivate a person with benefit. If he comes up with a really creative idea, then he has to be rewarded. So a proper reward system has to be created and inculcated into the process of the organization. Otherwise, creativity will not develop. That award can be monetary or non-monetary. Please understand. Magic is done not just by money. Even recognition can give you a lot of satisfaction, enormous amount of satisfaction. At one stage, money becomes a very, very important motivator. At a later stage, money doesn't really matter. For a CEO of a company, let us say a very huge earning is making 1 lakh per month or something of that sort. Do you think seriously money will motivate you? If you give him a new project to handle entirely by himself, that will motivate. That will motivate. So it could be monetary, it could be non-monetary. However, some kind of a reward system or an acknowledgement system has to be created in order to satisfy that particular need for creativity. Yeah. And employees are actually encouraged to take this is a part of the Now, see, if the whole organization's people look at it like this, I believe it when I see it, should change to I see it when I believe it. That means I can actually see it if I am believing it. But what we generally do is we only believe what we see. So this has to change from this particular level to that level. Only then you can call your organization an organization that fosters creativity on a regular basis. You are an innovative organization. And this is not achieved in a day, in a moment, or in a year, or in a decade. It is a continuous process. There is no end process for this. This is a continuous process. Just like life is a learning process, so is the process of creativity for the organization. It has to keep on learning from its experience, and it has to keep on building over a period of time. As long as the long life of the organization survives, that the life of creativity in the organization should survive. That is what is and